I'm really excited to share with you some of the actual work that takes place through the Terrapin monitoring program. We'll start with this adult female diamondback terrapin, just like the ones at the Center for Aquatic Sciences. Here you can see her tracks as she came onto the beach to lay her nest, as well as her tracks showing her return back to the water. This is her newly laid clutch of eggs that I have just begun to uncover. Her eggs, after I have weighed and measured them, I'm about ready to return them back into their sandy nest so that I can recover them and put the protection device over the nest. And after 72 days, you can see her newly hatched hatchling. If you look close, you can even spot the remaining egg yolk in the middle of the plastron. Now come along with me as we walk part of the Terrapin monitoring path. We are going to check on a nest that's over 80 days old and see what we have. Here we are. It's time for us to get our hands in the sand. My gloves are on to protect any hatchlings that we might see. I'm carefully pulling up the PED, which was used to protect the nest from predators. And I have my equipment at the ready, which consists of a spoon scale to weigh any hatchlings, millimeter calipers to measure, and a small Tupperware container to keep any hatchlings safe after I have weighed and measured them. I also have my recording sheet, which is where I will document all of the information. I'm gently brushing away the sand until I reveal either hatchlings or eggs, or maybe both. Look at what we found, our first hatchling. Now I'm going to start taking some measurements. You saw me taking some measurements. Now I'm going to walk you through what I've been doing. First, I take the weight of the hatchling in grams. From there, I measure the standard carapace length, which is the length of the top part of the shell. Next, I measure the standard carapace width, which is the width of the top part of the shell. Then you will see me turning the hatchling over to measure the standard plastron length, which is the length of the bottom part of the shell. Lastly, I will measure the standard height, which is the measurement from the bottom of the shell to the top of the shell. Throughout all of that, I am looking to see if there are any abnormalities that I might need to take note of. All right, we finished measuring all the hatchlings and they all looked really healthy. Did you see that? There is still one egg that hasn't hatched yet. It is nice and chalky, which you can tell by its white color. So it just needs a little more time in its sandy nest. That means we need to place the PED back over the nest because we don't want to leave it unprotected. Now for the finale, releasing the diamondback terrapin hatchlings into their wild habitat. And if we're really lucky, they may make hatchlings of their own one day.